Hi, this is Janet Granger with another marketing executive interview for Marketing Career Mentor. So today I'm really excited to have Sarah Welsh-Bauer with me. She is the marketing manager at TWST Events. I say the because she pretty much is all of marketing, the be all and the end all at TWST Events. Exactly. And I've been working with Sarah for almost a year now, 1-to-1. And it's been so exciting to watch her on her career journey. So I really want you all to hear Sarah, her journey and where she is right now. So let's start at the very beginning, Sarah. When did you first find out what marketing was, and were you even interested at first?
Yeah. So to begin where I first learned about marketing, growing up, I was pretty privy to, hospitality marketing and things like that, just from family members. But it wasn't until I got to college and took an intro to marketing class where I was really, saw the ins and outs of marketing and how things work. And the creative assignments always really piqued my interest there. So that's kind of where I fell in love with marketing and understood, how things kind of work and that. Yeah.
So it was the creative that attracted you. I think that's so interesting because you'd been hearing from, I guess, your father's sort of in the marketing industry and sort of hearing his end, and then the creative really caught you up. So tell me then, when or where did you get your first marketing job or internship?
Yeah, my first marketing job was my sophomore year of college, and it was a really great opportunity. I was a marketing intern at Live Nation. It was
Wow,
a
that's
really
exciting. Wow.
Yeah, I was very nervous, but very excited on my first day. It was in Chicago, so that was a really cool, other value to be in the cool city in the summer and in college. But I'd say the coolest part of the internship was the beginning of the internship. They let us know we're going to be doing a battle of the bands for all the interns. So it was at the House of Blues. So each intern got their own band, and it was their role for the whole summer to really market this band and get people to buy tickets for that specific band. And then working with, your manager at Live Nation to create email campaigns, to, create print ads that I would take and post all over the city. And then whoever had the most tickets for their specific band, won the intern challenge. So, and not to brag, I did win that summer. It was a pretty cool thing to win. But it was really great
And what
experience.
was the band?
The band was North Shore,
Oh,
North.
so it was a local band.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
all local bands. So that was kind of a
got
cool
it.
part. So, yeah, invited my friends and family to
Everybody you've
show.
ever known.
Yeah, everyone I met on the street. I was handing things out on the subway. So it was a really great experience. Yeah, I can't
That
really.
sounds like a fabulous opportunity. Wow.
Yeah, I was very
Wow.
lucky to, have that experience as my first real marketing position as an intern.
Cool. So was that the moment when you decided, yes, marketing is for me, or was it sometime after college?
It was that moment because I had been, taking the intro courses at school, and then to be able to put what I was learning at school into real life situations at my internship, I was thinking the whole time, like, oh, I could really see myself doing this post grad. So yeah, that was kind of what really got me going. Mhm.
That is fabulous because I will tell you, having been an English and history major, I know a lot of people in marketing who didn't start out anywhere near marketing. They didn't even take marketing in college, and they sort of, somehow meandered into it. And you were like gung ho right from college. No, that's great. I mean, it's good when you know that early. You're blessed that you knew kind of, wow, this is what I want to be doing. Not everyone has that blessing, honestly. Some of us take a little while to figure out what it is we want to do. All right. So I ask everybody this, so I'm going to ask you this. I would like for you to share with our listeners one rocky moment. And I don't mean successful, I mean like really rocky in your career where something totally went south, or you got fired, or, something where like, wow, you had to pick yourself up. So will you share a rocky moment with us?
Oh, yeah, I've got plenty of those. I will say,
We all do if we stay in this business long enough. Yeah.
one definitely sticks out. About 4 years ago, maybe five, I was working at an event, and we were traveling there, and it was my responsibility to have the booth set up, sent, everything managed, logistics. And I get to the event, and our booth got lost in transit. Um,
It's like everyone's nightmare when you're running an event.
Yep. And as you know, they have very specific time frames of when you can set up for the event. You can't be, putting things together while, the show's running. So it's a time crunch. I've called everyone. The booth is completely lost in transit. So I had no other options, and I just kind of felt defeated. But after some brainstorming, I actually put together a bunch of cardboard boxes to make a little makeshift booth. It was it looked very silly in the moment, but it really brought a lot of foot traffic over to our booth section.
People would walk over and go, "So you lost your booth, huh?"
Yep, exactly. And we ended up
Lots of sympathy and empathy from other event managers.
Yes. And we were luckily enough, it did give a little bit of free promo for us because the show organizers came over, and we were featured in their newsletter for creative ways to, stay.
See, from chaos and hell arises opportunity.
Yes, it was but in the moment though, it was very,
It's really upsetting.
feel
Like
the
that would
weight
have
on
brought
the
me
world.
to tears. I would have
Oh,
been literally in tears. Like, I can't
yeah.
believe this is happening to me.
Yeah, the room kind of spinning, oh gosh, what am I gonna do? But no, after we finally get over that initial shock of I can't believe this is all on me, to finding a solution was you know one of the things I look back on now. And staying agile is something that's so important, especially in marketing. So yeah, that was a rocky time, but it turned
Yeah.
into something good.
It's one of those things that's character building, but it also shows you, like, even when the blank hits the fan, um, I I did something. I didn't just sit in my room and say, "Woe is me." I built a cardboard. I wish I could have seen it. It would have been fabulous.
Yeah, I'll have to try and see if I have photos anywhere, but yeah, it's pretty funny to look back on now.
Funny in hindsight. Yes, tragedy usually is if you get far enough away. All right, so I'm going to ask you, because there are lots of people watching who are either early in their careers or thinking about a career. There may be students right now. If you had one piece of advice to share with them about getting into marketing, how to navigate sort of being early in your career, what would it be?
I would definitely say ask questions. I would say, sometimes it's a little unnerving thinking, oh, maybe everyone knows the answer to this and I'm going to look dumb, or I don't, I'm not there yet. But kind of just push those thoughts aside and ask the question. Sometimes it's a refresher for people in the room who don't know the answer. It's also, being vocal is so important, especially when you're first starting out in your career. So don't be afraid to ask questions. I am constantly asking questions, as you know, but there's always going to be something that you're not, 100% sure about, or you're interested in, that you want to learn more about. So don't be afraid to ask questions. It's just so important. And if people don't have an answer, that, continues the conversation. It's a really
Exactly.
great way to, build off of that foundation. So yeah, raise your hand. Don't be afraid.
Yeah. So that brings up actually two really cool sort of mentoring coaching moments, which is one, anyone who asks questions is self-assured and not afraid and not intimidated. In other words, it takes a very strong, smart, and self-assured person to say, "I don't know." Okay, what are you talking about? The other thing that it does that is very helpful for whoever's, doing something is, it tells them either where they haven't been clear or where new information needs to be shared, or it tells them like what the gap is, whether it's in your training background, whatever, or in how they're presenting something. So asking questions is always, always good. The only time it's bad is if you asked a question and someone answered it and you didn't listen, and the next day you ask the exact same question. Then it's not good. If someone answers your question, remember what they said.
Exactly. Yeah. Write it down, take notes, whether it's, handwriting or you're typing on your computer, but yeah, and especially in marketing and really all fields right now, there's constantly new technology coming out, new platforms. So staying agile and asking those questions, and, don't be afraid. I think it's a little intimidating at first, but the more you get used to it, the more you feel comfortable with the people that you're working with, it really will start to come more naturally.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you, Sarah, for taking the time to share your career experience with people here today. And if this is your first interview that you're seeing on Marketing Career Mentor, I recommend that you check out others at marketingcareermentor.com. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Janet.